Yay, we're live. Let me see if I can shorten this a little bit. I got my camera stand in a weird place, y'all, but I am so excited. So, I wanted to do kind of like a brief update on like where my head's at for this because I think people assume a lot about like adult industry workers. Here, let me move you guys back more so you can see more of me. People assume, I think, that like a lot of adult industry workers like don't have an education or a real career or whatever. And like maybe for an 18-year-old, that's totally true. Like they probably graduated high school, but like I'm 33. So a little bit about my like finance expertise. Like I went to college, undergrad, and got my bachelor's in business, specifically accounting, finance, and marketing specializations. But then I also, like, I worked in a Fortune 500 company, and I literally worked with like a law firm that represented Fortune 500 companies right out of college. Not only that, but I went on to work for like several federal government agencies as a contractor through contracting businesses. And then I even went on to work in like another larger business, like a large privately held business, along with a nonprofit that was like state funded. So when I say I had like a career in finance, like a 10-year career, like that's consistent. So like when I was dancing a lot of times, because that's how I started in the like adult industry. I started as a dancer when I was 21 and I was trying to afford my pageants and stuff. Like my family, like it's interesting. My family had the means, but they just like they weren't interested in supporting my pageantry interest past me being like in high school. So once I was in college, that was my motive for dancing, like to just pursue more stuff that I wanted to do. But I was like still in college during the time. And there were definitely times when I was a dancer, because I'd say I've probably been a dancer a total of like 2.5 to 3 years. When I started, it was only for like a summer between junior and senior year of college, and then again senior year for a month in college so I could afford a motorcycle license. Oh my gosh, my darn washer's on. So yeah, basically, let me turn that off. That's gonna annoy me. Hey, so here, I'm gonna turn that off. I'll be right back. I'll keep talking though. So basically, sweet. Basically, my history as a dancer. So I was a dancer to start when I was in college for like 3 months, and then again a year later for a month, and then again 6 years later after I got laid off for about probably like 6 months. That was like the longest at that point when I was like 26. And then again when I was in Alaska to be able to afford the move. But I was still an accountant. Like when I was in Alaska, I was working 80 hours a week to be able to afford my move. I didn't have any like help, so I stayed in my day job. I was working my dancing job, and like I was doing both jobs at full capacity. I mean, it was crazy. Like I used to say like Tuesday to Thursdays, don't make plans with me because I need to just work. Like I would work in the morning at my accounting job on Tuesday, have like 4 or 5 hours to eat, get ready. I would try to take a nap, but like I would only have time for like a half an hour to an hour nap, and sometimes it just felt useless, so I didn't do it, and I would like clean instead. But so then Tuesday night I would go to dancing. Wednesday morning, and I would dance until like 3 in the morning, not be able to fall asleep until like 5, wake up at 6. So I basically wouldn't sleep. Wednesday morning I would go work on my computer at 7 a.m. because my job was remote. I was an accountant up there remotely, which was so nice. The company was based out of Alaska, but they let me work from home. But I would get on my computer at 7, and then after I logged off at 4, this is Wednesday, so we're on the next day. We're still on no sleep. Wednesday night, I went to go dance. Same thing. Thursday morning, 7 a.m., I'm back on my computer. Like, so I wouldn't sleep for over 48 hours. So this notion that like dancers are lazy or dancers are like drug addicts or we're all materialistic, or same with like adult industry workers. Like, it's just not true. Some of us like just don't have support financially from other people. I'm an independent adult, but like I also have really big goals. The book itself, like I tell people, like the book itself takes a lot of time. It's really hard to write books and put them out and market them while in a day job. It's just very difficult. And the reason why is because I can't travel in a day job without taking time off. Even in a remote job, it was really hard just because like I always had to be at my computer. So it's not like I could just like leave my computer. I would have to like work. I would have to do my job. And not only that, but like my boss is in all the remote jobs I held, they expected me to be available sometimes damn near fucking 24 hours. Excuse my language. I don't want to get in trouble. But like I would get messages at 11 o'clock at night sometimes in the corporate world. So like for anyone wondering like why I would leave the financial world, because one, the job security to me is the same. I was laid off 2 times out of the 8 like serious financial jobs I held like throughout the like past total like 11 years. I say 10 because it's just like flat, even rounded number, but it was really 11 because I did work like the year I graduated college too. And freaking God, like one, I was a slave to them. Like it's hard on your body. It's hard on your body to sit like that. For me, it was like I have arthritis. So like to be in a job that forces me to sit at a desk and like only one of my offices had a standing desk, or 2 of my offices had a standing desk, which was really nice. But none of them gave an ish. None of them gave an ish about my arthritis and my medical conditions. So like people can say all they want about like the adult industry and how, oh, they don't care about women. Oh, you're so disposable. Yeah, guess what? Corporate world doesn't care about you either. The government doesn't care about you either. You're disposable to them too. You're disposable to everyone. I have bad news. In the real world, you're disposable to everyone. Sometimes even your own family and friends. I've been lucky enough that like a lot of my friends and family have supported me through this, and they totally, my own roommates recently were like, holy crap, your whole demeanor, your confidence, your attitude has changed entirely. And it really has, because like I'm not constricted anymore. My art has room to grow. I have time to put into my art, to put into my books. I don't even want to just write erotica. Like eventually I kind of want to write, you know, some other things. Like I love mystery. So like I might just write like a straight young adult non-erotic mystery. I mean, sure, it could have some romance in it, whatever, just to spice it up. But I'm an author. I'm an author first. I was an author before this industry. I've been writing for a very long time. I love writing. I've been writing books for like 7 years. And then I've been writing like, before that I was writing financial articles and publishing them on the internet. So like I've been a writer forever. Thank you guys for joining me, and thank you for liking my video. Like I'm not saying that adult industry workers are sane. I'm far from it. Like I am a very badly behaved woman. Much of the time I am, so I'm not gonna act that way. But what I am saying is that like, don't judge, you know, don't judge all of us based on a stereotype. Like at least get to know us first. I'm not gonna deny it. I'm a party girl. I'm a party girl to the T, but I don't do drugs. Like I'm sober. Like, so that assumption's wrong. Not all of us do drugs. You know, I think a lot of us do party and socialize a lot with the people that we're filming with for the nature of what we're doing. Like that's, for me, that's my motivation and my intention to like go to the party scene. Like, cause I don't do drugs, I don't drink, because unfortunately the older I'm getting, the harder hangovers are to deal with. Oh my God, I think I'm allergic to booze too. I don't know, I feel like every time I drink I like start to get hives around my like neck and like chin, so I just don't drink. And what's interesting is like, that's kind of what sets apart like the top performers in this industry from like the bottom ones. So I think maybe a lot of people do compare everybody in the industry to like, yeah, like their corner drug addict that unfortunately, you know, they're in their circumstances, they have to go under a pimp, and that's really sad. Like, but not everybody's in that situation. Not everybody's in a desperate situation to be in this. For me, this was a choice. This was definitely a choice. I was not forced to do this. I'm so happy to be doing this. the biggest difference for me is time utilization. I can make more money in a shorter span of time, which leaves me room for my books, which cost, the books, when all said and done, are gonna cost me 30 grand. Like nobody pays anymore for book. Like, so authors have it really rough these days because like publishing houses, to give an idea, like author advances back in the day used to be the same as they were now. So like 10 to 20 grand. But it's been that way for like 30, 40 years. Well, 30, 40 years ago, 10 to 20 grand is a lot more money and can get you a lot further than 10 to 20 grand right now. So when that's the incentive for an author to join a publishing house, and not only that, but like what I've heard is that some of these publishing houses expect it to be paid back. Like they, you know, they have programs, they have alternative programs, whatever, where it's like they'll give you the money, but it essentially works like a loan with no interest, but you still have to pay it back. Like, I don't want to do that. I would rather publish indie. I would rather put my own blood, sweat, tears, and money into this thing because I care about it. Like, one of the like weirdest moments as an artist, especially being in this industry, like, and especially, you know, being in this area where like people are very materialistic, like I'm in the South Florida area, you know, people are showy, people are materialistic. I'm not, I'm a hippie. I like lived in Alaska for 2 years. I don't judge people for wanting to do that, whatever. But like not everybody is that way. I've met other hippie dancers. I've met other little nature freaks like myself who, you know, or artists. Like I'm spending money on my craft and investments. Like I'm the type of girl like that will save my money and throw it into investments. Sorry, I'm moving the table. So yeah, you guys have a great night. I think I'm probably gonna do a video soon on how one goes into the adult industry, because I'm sure a lot of people are curious. It is not for everyone. Like I just emceed a pole dancing competition last week. It was a really cool night. It was fun. It was the hottest dancer contest at Rain Gentlemen's Club. I had a blast emceeing, and I know the manager, and I know, well, now I know the whole staff, and they're great. They were really fantastic and welcoming. But I was talking to the girls because a lot of them were curious about my transition from being a dancer to being a corn star, and I was very honest with them because like my style of dating, hookup, whatever is not the same as everybody else. So one of my pieces of advice was that it's a great gig, but don't go into it if you are not comfortable with casual hooking up on a regular basis and being emotionally detached, because like that's kind of required to be able to do the job. For me, I love it. I have a lot of fun. I've made a lot of friends in the industry. I'm so excited because tomorrow night I am working with a co-star I've already worked with. I have so much fun with him. His name's Peter Greene. He's great. Isn't that great? Green and green. I think it's both hot and adorable that they pair us together. And we're both Latino. Catch us on Cam Soda. I don't know how late we'll be on pretty late tomorrow night, but yeah, definitely check Cam Soda's page tonight and tomorrow because we will be on there. And then if you don't catch the live, no big, we'll be on there anyways. So you can find us on our tagged videos. I'm sure they're gonna tag us like on their Twitter too, so you can just go to Cam Soda Life. As for shoots, I'm busy again. I like was so nervous because I had my break week. We aren't like required to work or not work, whatever, like we decide, but like a lot of people will like not work for like a week out of the month so they can get in a lot of shoots because our test results, so when we get tested, those results are only good for so long, and they're only good like if we, you know, if we go past 2 weeks of getting them re-upped, we are not allowed to shoot. Like I actually have heard that people have been offered shoots and turned down because they missed it by a day. So I've been really good about that. I'm super excited. So yeah, tomorrow is with Cam Soda, and then Monday or Sunday is with Mofos. I love that studio name, but I know a lot of the girls in my agency worked with them and they really liked it. So I'm excited. And like the second thing I told the dancers, like, the thing about going into corn is you have to be financially intelligent. Like, I have been really frugal with my money because I currently am having my third book come out, so paying for a book cover that's going to be like probably around $1,000. But the designer of my cover is amazing, so I'm not at all complaining about that. I think that's a very fair price for his work. But I've been really frugal. Like, I haven't been shopping. The only thing I've like bought recently was stuff I needed for work. Other than that, I've been, and like, you know, normal stuff, groceries, bills. But other than that, like, I've spent my money on financial investments, but I've been saving the rest. I've been really smart. So like, I told dancers that I'm like, even though the money is like, what's nice is you know how much you're gonna get paid versus like dancing and versus OnlyFans. Like, OnlyFans is a gamble. You could put content on there. I've put content on there that I spent hours on that like I made $12 off of. So it's a waste of my freaking time. But with corn, it's like, you don't know when your shoots are. So like, always have like a cushion, always have like a few $1,000s of cushion, which like in our industry, like, you make enough that it's possible to save that. Just have that just in case, like for doctor's appointments, dentist, for like car emergencies. You never know if your car is gonna have a stupid like breakdown, you know, or won't start for whatever reason. So that's the other thing, is that you do have to be smart with your money. And thirdly, that you have to take care of your body. So like, that's been my life for the past month, is shooting, making sure that I'm like using my money to the best of my ability. And like, when I do buy work stuff, I don't want to be stupid about it. Like, on one hand, I want to buy quality items that last me for a long time, that are useful to me in multiple videos, but at the same time, I don't want to overspend. I don't want to overspend, so I want to make sure that I'm saving my money. But I do all those things. I work out almost every day, and it's been so much fun. It's just been weird trying to like time my day out, because like, I am a morning workout person, but lately, like with editing the book, I've been sleeping in. So I'm like, now I'm like switching sometimes, where it's like, I'll take my photos first during the day. That's what I did today, where I took my video and photos first super early this morning, because I have to send like 20 to 50 photos. I try to send at least like 25 photos a day to my agent, like a couple videos, so that he can just see what I look like, see if I'm making content that's up to par, that I put on all my pages, because I manage like 8 freaking social media pages and my website and my 4 freaking adult pages that all have different content. So yeah, it's been great. I actually love it. I feel like I fit in this world. People don't judge me for my art. People don't judge me for wanting to work out more than being in an office. It's pretty great. It's pretty dope. And I will probably be doing another community cleanup. I did that around my birthday. It was so gratifying, and I put out the donation link on here and my other site. So I'll probably do that again, because I just love doing community cleanups. I think it raises the morale of a society, and it helps the environment, for God's sakes. Why wouldn't you want to do that? All right, so you guys have a great night. Sorry this went on so long, and that my washer was on, and that I was moving the table. Like, sorry for the weird noise. I'm just like thinking in my head, because I have like shoots coming up like tomorrow. I'm so excited. And I have all this stuff, but I'll be back with more announcements. And yeah, I think that's all. You guys have a great night. It was so fun spending time with you.